All right, here's a new question. It's trying to ask what is the total volume of gas produced by the action of heat in 1 gram of silver nitrate. Now this is the first question you're I'm sorry, I'm tired. Introduced to that they're trying to trick you. Appearances can be deceptive is what's exactly is going on. You think what total volume is of gas, but they've given you two gases. Are they talking about this gas or this gas? They're talking about the both gases. The total volume of the two gases कितना बनेगा जब ये react करेगा in 1 grams. And because step 1 is almost done, I took the liberty of even simplifying my question. How did I do that? I disregarded silver nitrate ka text. I didn't scratch it out because you guys could see, but I would have. It's just AgNO3, and the MR, the information I want from silver nitrate is just its MR. 170 is its MR because silver is 108 and nitrogen is 14, and you have 3 oxygens of MR 16 each. ठीक है? 1 gram MR 170. 1 gram 170. 1 over 170 gives me 0.00588 moles. I should have written down moles over here, but no one's checking. ठीक है? Especially for MCQs, no one's going to look at these. ठीक है? These are the number of moles. अब मुझे पता करना what is the total volume of gases. So let me just polish my step 1 a bit more because almost हुआ हुआ है. I'll just really highlight the equations again. It's especially important if you highlight these ratios again one more time, because ratios में ही आसानी से, you'd be surprised how many times if you look back, oh, मैं ratio गलत इस्तेमाल कर लिया. It just happens because it's too easy. You end up making, you get overconfident and you make a mistake. Just rewrite it. ठीक है? Ratios is 2 to 2 to 2 to 1. ठीक है? Step 1 is complete. Step 2. अच्छा भाई, step 2 है, if I remember correctly, it's calculating the moles, which we've kind of done, right? यहीं पे मैंने करके दे दिया. So step 2 is halfway done, and figuring out the unknowns. Let's do that. Let's move on to figuring out unknowns. The moles for this is 0.00588, and don't really care about this guy, but between silver nitrate and nitrogen dioxide, the ratio is 2 to 2 or 1 to 1. Exactly the same. So this value doesn't even require any computation on our part. It's just 0.00588, right? And the second value, the ratio is 2 to 1. So for every 2 of these, I need 1 of these. For every 1 of these, I need half of these. This value needs to be divided by 2 to figure out this value. I divide it by 2 and I get 0.00294. I'm just going to rewrite that because I don't like how it looks. 294. It's not improved by any means, but I'm still satisfied. ठीक है? And you know what? At this point, you should realize, really be confident that you're done with your question. But don't leave it like that because they won't give you any marks because they're asking for the total volume. They're, CIEs being CIE, and they're asking for the total volume. And more or less, you have the quantity ready. You just need to convert these moles back to volume. That's what the question's asking. So to convert it into volume for a gas, it's really straightforward. Multiply these two values by 24,000. Because if you put it in the equation, that's exactly what you end up doing. And these two values multiplied by 24,000, I get 70.56 centimeter cube for the first one, or the second one, and 141.12 centimeter for nitrogen dioxide. ठीक है? And it's asking the total volume. So I have to find out the total volume, which would be the sum of these two values. So the sum of these two values is going to be 211.68 centimeter cube. I wonder how you say cube in Urdu. Or like square even. कैसे बोलते हैं? I wonder if that concept exists. Probably does. But that's our answer. 211 centimeter cube of gases combined would be produced if I decompose by heating exactly 1 gram of silver nitrate. So question, very easy, very straightforward. Most of the writing I'm doing is just to explain it, what's going on. And one of the kids when I was discussing this question in class raised a really nice point. So why don't you just add these two moles की values up first, then multiply it by 24,000. आप एक एक को 24,000 से multiply कर रहे हैं, फिर add कर रहे हैं. क्यों? Like, don't you have a life, right? And I agree with them. The why I did this like this is I'm trying to explain what's going on. And if you find a faster way to do it, go ahead. Do it exactly like that. If I was in your shoes sitting for the exam, I would never do it like this. I would add these values up quickly. Or, I'd be one step ahead. I'd multiply this by 3 over 2. Divide this by 2 and multiply it by 3. And just have the total moles ready. And I'll skip most of this and go charge my way towards this value as possible. If you take a closer look, this divide by 2 times 3 will give me the sum of these moles, because over here the total moles are 3. And multiply that by, let me just write it down multiply this by 3 over 2. This is what I do. And then I'll multiply this by 24,000. Because I've spent so much time and I'm so confident in this, I can do this in my head, right? And once I do that, this is like, you're done in 10 seconds with the question, excluding MR calculation. Like from MR likhne ke baad, from here all the way till the answer, MR is probably going to take you another 5 seconds, right? So in 15 seconds, you're done with this question. That's speed you cannot, just get. Like if you have good clarity on what's going on, done, you go through it. So by all means, do it that way, whatever you find easiest, and you will get there. But start focusing on this table and the steps I've laid out. Once you understand that properly, this is the game. Everything else is just a distraction. To have a recipe, knowing the ratios and how they work, and knowing the product will give me the same corresponding ratio of product is key in understanding. And once you get good at it, you can do it whatever way you like, faster or slower, difficult or easy. ठीक है? I hope this helps. And if you guys have any confusions for any questions from the worksheets I gave, or generally any questions, so highlight those questions, send them to me in the comments even, or put them on, send them to me as a mail, and I'll try to solve them like within a few days and put a video up. Or if you just want a solution for a particular, sir, ye answer sahi hai or whatever, send me an email, I'll take a look. Okay? I'll try to make a video or give you an answer ASAP.